What's up, guys? Back again. This is going to be more of a news and figure video mixed into one big long video. Just think it's easier for me and easier to upload because my YouTube takes so long to upload. So let's try doing it one big video with, just jam pack whatever you can into a 9-minute 21 video. So start off with, I guess, news. Going on the most recent. Yesterday was Destination X, TNA's pay-per-view, and I didn't get a chance to view it, but just like every other TNA pay-per-view, it did not deliver. So I heard it was decent to pretty bad, 4 to 5.5 stars. So major thing that really went on is two new champions. First being the X Division champion, which is Suicide, and second being AJ Styles, who won the Legends Championship the other night, defeating Booker T. My thoughts on this: Suicide, I don't mind. I'd rather see Kaz and Christopher Daniels in the ring as themselves and not playing a character from a game, especially considering the game did flop. Like, the opening day was, good, it was doing good, and then over time it just went down. So within a 6-7 month period it went from, $59.99 to $29.95. So I guess that shows how bad it did. So next, SmackDown vs. Raw 9, it's still going on for $59.99, but of course, some websites and even like some stores will have it discounted for $29.99, but that'll only be for like a weekend, right? So it shows it's still going. I like the game. Like, oh yeah, I have PS3 too. So if you guys have PS3, you guys can add me. So I'll put my PS3 name thing in the description box. We can play together or something. Next is Test. Yeah, Andrew Test Martin recently passed away. It's pretty sad stuff. Another Canadian wrestler dead. So I don't know if they did the autopsy yet, but my guess would be heart failure, much like Eddie Guerrero, how he died. He was just sleeping and did not wake up from his sleep. So, and it makes sense if you really think about it. You see Test win like the Attitude Era days. In 2000, 2001, when he was with Test and Albert, TNA. He was lanky, skinny, tall, and now when he came back in like 2006. He was huge, and he had the vein like Batista popping out of his shoulder, and you could tell he really been roiding. Yeah, since the time off, and even with TNA, he went to TNA as the was it the Enforcer? Yeah, and just he stayed there for about 2 weeks, and I guess then the government was really knocking hard on pro wrestling about the steroids, and you never really saw him on TV after that. So sad that Test is gone, and my condolences to the Martin family, and Kelly of course is taking this pretty hard. Her and Andrew, or Test, just broke up recently, so of course, and Test was even saying like how Kelly saved his life, saved like everything, his girlfriend and everything. So sad stuff, I guess that's what pro wrestling does to you, right? You roid up and then you suffer in the long run. He's only 33 years old. He was turning 34 in a couple days, so sad stuff, And so back to like wrestling, Raw tonight. There was some rumor about DX coming back. I don't know anything about that, and I don't see how it would happen, especially with Michaels being in a tag match already. So I don't know how. Obviously Michaels isn't going to be working a double shift, so it's probably just a fake rumor going around. And over the weekend, WWE was they're doing their little tour around Texas, like house shows, and it was reported that Rey Mysterio injured himself. And the severity of the injury isn't as big and as bad as everybody thought it was going to be, because he ended up wrestling yesterday night. So maybe he's just trying to work it off like a champ, or maybe he's not hurt at all. But right now it doesn't seem like the injury is too bad, and he will not be out for 8 to 12 months as everybody was saying. So good stuff for Rey Mysterio. He's had a lot of surgeries, and I remember reading one of the articles that he was saying that he'd only go through one more injury before retiring, because he had a lot of surgeries. He had the arm, and then the bicep and everything. A lot of on the arm, so I don't know. So Rey Mysterio's time could be coming down pretty soon. Yeah, I know he signed a contract, but what can you do if you're unable to wrestle? You're not gonna go very far. And next is the Batista. There's a rumor for the draft that Batista might be going back to SmackDown, which on one point I do mind, and another I don't, because I like Batista on Raw, and I watch Raw that I'm more SmackDown, and at one point Batista was one of my Like when he first turned on Evolution, I'm like, yeah, this is like the next John Cena, right? Like John Cena and Batista were both coming up at the same time. You could tell they were going like really similar pathways on like their way to the top. So Batista just seems like more of a power guy on Raw. Like on SmackDown, he's, I guess you can say, the big fish in a small pond. Yeah, I guess you could say that for Batista on SmackDown. And like on Raw, you know, he's got so many guys to feud with, and like Randy Orton injured him, so I guess when he comes back after Mania, he can be in like maybe a triple threat match for the title at Backlash, because I heard that he was supposed to come back just after WrestleMania, or May, but when he does come back, I'm sure Randy Orton and Triple H will still be feuding, so right when he comes back, he can be right in the title picture right when he comes back, so hopefully, yeah, so I guess you can say that. There's not much really confirmation on Batista going to SmackDown, but it's a rumor, and when you hear a rumor like that this early, so it could be true. Like I remember last year, everyone was saying like Umaga to SmackDown, and it came, like, it happened, and Kennedy to SmackDown, that happened. But no one saw Triple H going to SmackDown, which was a big curveball, even for Triple H, because I heard he was really surprised that he went to SmackDown. Even JR, because I remember him writing on his blog that he was so close to quitting the company, but he thought he'd just give it a try, see how it works out. So it's that. And I think that's all the news that I have right now, so I guess we'll go straight to the rare figure of the day, which is just the Hardy Boys. This is kind of a build-up to WrestleMania 17, and you got Hardy Boys here, and then this is a famous scene issue from the series. This famous scene is from the previous WrestleMania 2000, the first triangle ladder match, and you know, it has the famous scene of Jeff Hardy doing the swanton to Bubba. I don't know if you can see that, and then you got the 3D glasses there. And then I guess if you look inside here, you can see, like, you know, a nice view of everything. So that's that. Comes in a 3-pack set, one with Triple H and Rock, one with Undertaker and Mick Foley, which I have, and the Hardy Boys, which is right here. This goes for $60 online, so I don't know. I know one of my subscribers actually had this figure, so I don't know who you are, but hopefully you didn't open it. Keep the value up. And obviously it's going to be going up more and more each month, maybe year. So yeah, $60 online. I got this at Hagersville with a bunch of other stuff, so if you were to maybe add up how much I got this for, I'd probably say maybe 15 bucks, not even. I could even got this for free because I got so much stuff. The guy just like said whatever you want and just gather it all up, make me an offer for it, and yeah, I think I spent about $1,000 that day. So yeah, so that's that. And I think there was one other thing I wanted to show you guys. Yeah. Yesterday, Legend Killer 410, shout out to him. He text messaged me and said, "Ravi, you have to go to a Chapters and go get this book." And I'm like, I thought it didn't come out for another week or so. And there you go, the first WWE encyclopedia, the definitive guide to World Wrestling Entertainment. This book, probably, I want to show you guys, but I'm probably gonna, let's try this. This book is amazing. Like, you have no idea what's inside here. Like, you got everything in here. Like, you got every single wrestler. Like, you got every match, First Blood. You got the Hardys, Hardy Boys, and Iron Sheik. It has like their weight, their, you know, if they had a slogan that they really went by. The Raw, that's in the R section. It has, you know, everything. That's really good book. If you're a wrestling fan, it costs $50, but it's totally worth like every penny of it. And you got all the WrestleManias. It actually got this magazine too, which actually goes, it's a new one. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, that's about it. And then I got a couple DVDs too. I don't know if I have time to go through it, but yeah, I don't have time. But okay, anyways, I'll show that in another video. So I'll see you guys later, and peace.